The latest Genshin update contains quite a few interesting changes, one of which includes improved rewards for the Stellar Fortuna event. And in this video, I am quickly going to cover everything you need to know about version 6.6, also known as Luna 7 update. Alright, I gotta say this since now I have my moment. Somehow, the Doctor returned. But besides Star Wars memes, this new boss fight does look pretty sweet, and I believe this encounter will become a weekly domain. So kinda interesting choice to see Doctor show up in 2 weekly boss fights. Still, it was also revealed during the livestream that the new Archon quests will take place in Sumeru, and I'm personally quite excited about it. Archon quests Acts 9 and 10 will be available during 6.6 update, and completing them rewards you with 560 Primo gems and Ascension materials that Nicole needs. Oh, and they've also mentioned, since it takes so long to complete them, a lot more checkpoints will be added to the upcoming Archon quests, and there will be a clear visual indicator, so it will be way easier for you to tell when the progress has been saved. But moving away from the main story, Nicole's Witch's Lodge will be finally accessible, and this is quite an interesting side story because the devs stated this will be a time-gated quest. From what I understand, each new week a new room will open up and you can go in and explore it, which of course rewards you with some goodies, and by completing all the rooms eventually, you can unlock some super secret reward they haven't disclosed yet, but sounds promising enough. And then finally, Lohen's story quest will also be available during this update. We can see Diluc showing up with that glorious 1.0 model of his, so I'm already interested in this quest. But yeah, complete it and obtain Lohen's Ascension materials. That's about it. New version, new events, and this time around, the major event is called Phantasmal Pals. We can see the whole squad of small people gathered up, and we're here to have some fun with minigames. In the first one, you throw Dodocos around, kinda like one of those golf games. Then second minigame is a 2D puzzle platformer, which we've seen plenty of by now. And then the third minigame is a subway surfer for the brain rotted, but at least here you can run around with a fat raccoon or something. Finally, there's also some sort of a combat event, where you need to build teams around specific objectives. And for putting in all the work, the biggest reward of this event is going to be a super awesome magic key, which looks to be a weapon skin for Claymore users. Pretty sweet, although now I'm wondering what happened to free 4-star weapons they used to give away. We haven't had one in a while. Anyway, there's 2 more smaller events. First one is called Trials of the Brave Warrior, where you fight as the Traveler and use the blade to parry and beat up your opponent in 1v1 fight. We've seen this before, it's an alright event. And then there's Kaleidoscopic Color Chase, which is a party game, and it looks pretty cute. Otherwise, Genius and Vacation TCG people get to enjoy new cards yet again. There's also a new album released for the Rhythm mode, and most importantly, Navia along with Wanderer are getting their very own Envisage Echoes trail effects. Lastly, as I mentioned at the beginning, to temper thyself and journey far permanent activity now has been updated with a new feature. Once you're done with your 8 weeks and claim a Stellar Fortuna, you can continue doing the same old tasks and claim additional rewards, which we can see here. Honestly, the best one is going to be Transient Resin, and other stuff is just cherry on top since you literally complete this event by just doing daily stuff. Anyway, here's the complete schedule, soak it all in, and let's talk about the new characters next. So, this new version is quite packed when it comes to new characters, and starting with the first one, Nicole, everyone's favorite mind speaker. She's a 5-star Pyro Catalyst user, and she specializes in supporting the team. Her elemental skill applies a Pyro Shield, while at the same time, for a certain amount of time, everyone's attack gets boosted, which already sounds pretty crazy, but then her burst summons these arcane projections, which are basically coordinated attacks, and interestingly enough, the damage and elemental type of these attacks depend on who is the active unit. Not only that, with some Hexerai units, we can see Nicole actually summons their projections instead. Pretty cool. Oh, and she also has this exploration ability that kinda acts like a compass to help locate chests. Overall, Nicole looks like an insane support unit, and hopefully she can help elevate certain Hexerai units. Yeah, I'm looking at you, my big beefcake. Moving over, we have Prune. She's a 4-star Animo Catalyst user, and honestly, she seems really good, well, at least on paper. You see, when her skill or burst deals damage and a swirl is caused, she can boost her teammates' damage, and if they are a Hexerai unit, their attack stat also gets increased. So, the big question is, how good are these buffs, and if this helps elevate Hexerai team comps even further? It's also quite peculiar that Nicole and Prune are both getting released at the same time, and they're both there to boost all units. but mostly Hexerite to be honest. Anyway, I will be working on my early access videos both for Nicole and Prune, and I'll answer all of these questions pretty soon when the video goes live, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But yeah, we still have one more unit, Lohen, the vice captain of the 5th company. He is a 5-star cryo polearm user, and he has a pretty unique mechanic. Basically, when you tap his skill, he gains cryo infusion, but more importantly, he has 2 separate bars. On the outer edge, his attacks raise it, and he can tap the skill when it's full to do some damage. However, the bigger bar, which tracks his WilltoWin resource, only increases when other teammates deal off-field damage, and this bar helps power up both his skill and burst. By the way, his burst looks quite menacing. I have no idea what issues he has, but I'm loving it. Oh, and on top of that, he can temporarily increase his skill's talent level by 1 when activating the skill. However, the duration becomes longer if anybody in the party has a higher skill level than him. Pretty funny how this guy is obsessed with competing with others. Still, we gotta talk about banners quickly. In Phase 1, Nicole and Durin will be the featured 5-stars, along with Prune, so an absolutely stacked phase for Hexerite enjoyers. And then in Phase 2, Lohen and Mavwika will be the featured units. Overall, I'd say the banners look quite tempting, but as always, if you care about the meta or just want to first hear some thoughts, I will be releasing my early access videos pretty soon. Now, 2 new artifact sets will be added into the game after 6.6 update arrives, but sadly, Hoyo chose yet again to not disclose any information about it. So all you get to look at are some pretty pictures. One set is called Celestial Gift, and the other one is Disenchantment in Deep Shadow. That's it. That's all you get for now. On the bright side, at least we got a new sneak peek trailer for Snezhnaya, and it looks really good. We can see for a brief moment this new resource that Traveler is, I guess, trying to obtain. There's a few shots of him fighting new enemies, and then lastly, we get to witness Traveler with a gun, and what looks like to be a Snezhnayan outfit? Now, I'm curious. Still, that's all the breadcrumbs we got for now. Hopefully Hoyo decides to showcase more of Snezhnaya soon enough. Finally, let's talk about some Miliastra stuff. New limited 5-star costumes, but more importantly, there will be new events in which you can obtain Primo Gems. Yes, Primo Gems, and a free 4-star costume. On top of that, Hoyo is also introducing a new random cosmetic feature, which basically picks one of your saved configurations and applies whenever you start a new Wonderland stage. And then lastly, Minimap Editor has been improved. You can now upload custom maps, there's new UI controls that can be added, so hopefully this cleans up some of the interfaces. Plus new scenery stuff, and you can change the color of water. But that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this update, and don't forget to press the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and see you very soon.